quickly, let me just get back to my monologue as I'll cut it short now so that we can save some time. The package for today is completely full and we have just a lot to say. So I was speaking on the topic, you cannot give what you don't have. And I was pondering on this and looking at what the Amazonian Revolution have suffered in the past 9 years since we started in 2017. And we have seen many leaders rise and fall, rise and fall. And last week, I was making us to understand that in leadership, qualities of a leader matters a lot. There are some leaders who are 100-meter runner leaders who can lead you in a 2-week span, in a 1-month span, in a 2-year span, and then they cannot continue after that. And there are those that are for marathons. And what we've seen in this revolution so far is that most of those who rose up had the ability to lead us in a sprint revolution. But ironically, the Amazonian Revolution is a marathon revolution, meaning that some who came in hoping that it was going to end in 1 month or 2 months or 6 months or 1 year, they withered away because they didn't have the tenacity and what it takes to run a marathon. If you are a sprinter, a 100-meter race runner, you can't run around the field 2 times. You are best at running speed. And that's what we saw in some of the leaders that we had. Without calling of any names, you will be able to know that why Amazonian Revolution looks like it doesn't have leadership now is because every leader looked like they were 100-meter race runners. And that is why on the 8th and 9th year of the revolution, we have literally seen no action or nothing entirely from the leadership that we had at hand. And that is why, because God has ordained this revolution to be a God-ordained revolution, he will spring up men and women from left and right, or he will birth men and women from left and right, or he will energize men and women from left and right to be able to carry the baton and continue the race until we reach the finishing line. And that is why we that are at the point of carrying this baton at this time, we don't want no names. We don't want no president names. We don't want no names of big titles, because we have seen that through the years, that has not given Amazonians what they wanted. Amazonians just needed a devoted and a committed leadership that can run a marathon race and take the Amazonian people to the end. And that is why I titled what I was speaking about, you cannot give what you don't have. If our leadership that we have had were sprinters, 100-meter runners, you don't expect them to go beyond that. And that's why we don't blame them. Some of them have sat on the sidelines and said, we are doing diplomacy, we are doing it, we are doing that. They only call names, but at the end of the day, you don't see what has come out of it. But we want to encourage Amazonian people that your revolution is on track, because your revolution has come to a point. And this is God's doing, because when people had come to a point where they were burnt out, disappointed with so-called leadership, they did not want to give money anymore. That is when God birthed the Friends of Amazonia that are empowered by themselves. They don't come to you to raise money. They don't come to you to say they are president, they are secretary, they are this and that. But they are doing the work that the Amazonian people need. And so, fellow Amazonians, we are saying, don't blame any leader because they cannot just, or they could not give what they don't have. They gave their best and ended where they ended. Don't blame them. But the funniest thing you should not continue to do is continue to trust them with your leadership, or trust your leadership onto them, because they have come to the end of the road. They don't know how to move forward. And you can't blame them, because that is all they got. They cannot give what they don't have. Therefore, fellow Amazonians, as we continue to push the revolution forward in the corridors of the United Nations, in the corridors of the US Senate and Congress, in the corridors of the White House, the corridors of the other nations, writing to other nations, writing to different parliaments of different nations, speaking with people that matter. We want to say that Ambazonians, don't lose hope. We are out here fighting for you, and Ambazonia will soon be here. Don't lose hope. Just as we want to use this opportunity to thank the Ambazonian freedom fighters, because the revolution started with them when Paul Biya called war on them. I was listening to some guys speaking, and I don't know one of this TV station in La Republique du Cameroon, and the guy made it clear to them and said, don't always call Amba Boys Amba Boys. In 2014, 2015, 2016, there was nothing like Amba Boys. It is when Paul Biya decided to call war on the people of Southern Cameroon that they themselves gave birth to what they now call Amba Boys. And so people should stop blaming the Ambazonian youths that are defending themselves from a tyrant regime of Yaoundé. I believe that the lockdown we have seen so far is a message, a glaring message to the international community, to the United Nations, to the American Senate, to the American Congress, to the House of British House of Lords, to the White House, that the Ambazonian freedom fighters that have decided to lock down the nation of Ambazonia, in this lockdown that they have put, have come to make the world to know whatever La Republique will come to tell you at the United Nations that everything is under control, they are lying to you. They don't have nothing under control. Whenever they come to tell you that, oh, we have control, there are no more fighters, there's no anything happening, the Ambazonian have a freedom fighters army that is fighting for them. And so French Cameroon, the best you can do for yourself is to pull out of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, which you have been illegally occupying. Fellow Ambazonians, our program today is jam-packed. Let me conclude my monologue here by saying, please don't hold grudges against any of the leaders that started the revolution with us. If they ended where they ended, that is where their strength was able to take them to. And so, push and support and encourage those that are continuing to fight at the international front, at the diplomatic level, for you and to see that Ambazonia receive its freedom. But for you to continue to go out there and donate money and give to leaders that are doing nothing for you to still be giving titles and pay homage to leaders that do not know the corridors of the White House in the same city where they stay, it's a foolishness on your part, not on the person that you are funding or not on the person you are giving your money to. I rest my case. A word to a wise is sufficient. Thank you, studio. You can bring our panel in so that we can begin the discussion for today. There's just so much on our program. Welcome, every one of you, to Ambazonia State Radio and Television as we go into our discussion points at this time. Once again, welcome, Congressman Paul Nilon. Welcome, Dr. Elad Frizico. I love that. I don't know, is that your English name or what? Frizico? I love that name. It's just that I have not mastered how to call it. Dr. Ella, you're welcome. Congressman Paul, you're welcome to the studio. Let me start with you, Congressman Ella. You can greet the people of Amazonia. Greet the people of Amazonia. Thank you before we take Congressman Paul. Thank you.
Yeah.
But on the right pronunciation of your name, please.
That name has all type of pronunciation, but anyway, anybody calls it is my name. It's called Kizito.
So, Kizito.
Anyway, anybody call it. If you care, you call it Frizico. I know you are referring to me. So.
No, I got the right pronunciation now. Thank you. You're welcome to the show. Greet the people of Amazonia, please. Thank you.
Thank you. And in fact, I have just little to say, which is all thanks to the to our freedom fighters and the people of Amazonia for respecting and keeping the ghost. Well, that is what we call osmonori, where you keep the ghost alive, you keep the ghost down